Hello, my name is Megan. I am one of the nurses here at Austin Maternal Fetal Medicine, and I'm going to go over your gestational diabetes teaching today. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how often we want you to test your blood sugars. We would like for you to test your blood sugars 4 times a day. That's fasting and 1 or 2 hours after breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 hours, just please make sure you circle the 1 or 2 on your form. Your target numbers are 95 for fasting, 140 for 1 hour, 120 for 2 hours. If the blood sugar reading you get is less than the target number for that time, you want to just write down the number and move on to the next one. If your actual blood glucose reading is higher than your target number, you want to write down what it is that you had to eat for that meal in the space provided. Once you have the form filled out, you will put your name and date at the top, mark down the doctor that you will be seeing here, and you can either fax it into us at 512-776-1950, and that number is at the bottom of your form, or take a picture with your phone and email it to us at the email address provided. You'll send that in weekly, and we will review it. If your numbers are within range, you won't hear from us. If they're out of range, we'll call you to talk about diet or any medication changes we might need to make. A diabetic diet is high protein, high fiber, low sugar, low carb. You still need carbohydrates, you just want to make sure they're the right kinds of carbohydrates. So you want to avoid white starches. Stick with whole grains, whole wheat, whole grain bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice, quinoa, stuff like that. With starchy vegetables, you want to avoid white potatoes. Stick with sweet potatoes. And then with corn, peas, and beans, you want to just watch your portion sizes. They tend to have a little bit of natural sugar. With fruit and fruit juice, we recommend avoiding juice altogether. If you do have juice, please cut it with water. And a good rule of thumb with fruit is to add protein. Banana and some nuts, apple and some peanut butter, strawberries and some hard-boiled eggs, something like that. Also, you want to avoid having fruit first thing in the morning, as it will cause your sugar to increase, and instead have a high-protein breakfast and follow it with fruit. Greek yogurt has a lot of protein, just be very careful. Some Greek yogurt tends to have a lot of additional sugar. Hard cheeses have very little carbohydrates, so hard cheddar cubes or mozzarella sticks, something like that, might be a good snack option. Mootopia is a brand of milk that H-E-B sells. It's a high protein, low sugar, low carb milk. That might be a good option as well as coconut milk or almond milk, as long as they're unsweetened. Sugary foods, candy, jelly, cakes, cookies, ice cream, obviously we want to try to avoid those. Foods without carbohydrates, your meats, meat substitutes, eggs and cheeses, they're all fine. Avocados, fats and oils, coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, all really good options. And then nuts and nut butters are good too, as long as you're sticking with the natural brand. You want to avoid Jif, Skippy, Peter Pan, and stick with Justin's or Maranatha. We want your plate to be set up half low-carb veggies, quarter lean protein, quarter fiber-rich carbs. You will also be provided with this page that gives you a little bit more information about specific sizes of portions. So you can look over that at any time. It takes a little bit of the guesswork out of it. And if you have any questions, we'll be in shortly to answer them for you. Thank you so much.